Thank you for tuning in to our midweek announcements here at First United Methodist Church. I hope everyone is staying safe and staying connected. We've gotten a lot of good feedback from people's experience connecting to one another in the ministries of the church through Zoom meetings, Sunday schools, committee meetings, youth group, and other opportunities to be in relationship with one another and enjoy our mutual relationship with God. I want to remind you that you are all invited to be part of different meetings in our church, different ministries in our church that you can connect to. Any of the ministry, witness, outreach, worship, or nurture. Youth group meets every Sunday at 5 o'clock. Next week, youth group is not meeting because it's Mother's Day, so I hope you find some way to connect and thank your mothers. I'll be joining the youth group every Sunday after that at 5 o'clock for Stump the Pastor. No adults allowed, but all the youth are encouraged to be a part of that. Phil's going to tell you how to make sure you can get in contact with those who are hosting Zoom meetings.
In the email below, you'll see a list of these ongoing Zoom meetings that the church is offering. Next to each meeting title is the name of a contact person who has been setting up those meetings and who would have access to the link that you need to join those meetings. My recommendation is to simply send an email to that contact name about the meeting that you would like to join. And if you don't have that person's contact information, please email the church office at churchoffice@cvillefirst.umc.org, and we'll make sure that you have the capacity to get involved and to join these Zoom meetings.
And I want to let you know what a blessing it's been for me to see all the members of this congregation who've participated in worship with their reading, their praying, their singing. If you have something you would like to contribute, please get in touch with the staff person who sees to those ministries, or just record something on your own and send it to media@cvillefirst.umc, and we won't promise that it'll show up in a worship service, but we would love to have a reservoir of offerings from our congregation.
Along with creating content and sending it in to media@cvillefirst.umc.org. It's not a .com, it's a .org.
Sorry.
We also want to make sure that if there are things happening in the life of the church that you want to announce to everybody, it's not just through media, but there's also that new email address, announcements@cvillefirst.umc.org. And that's really the email address that you send something to if you want it to go out in the weekly email. We don't have bulletins that go out every week anymore, and so the weekly email and these little pastor videos is really how most of the announcements get out to the church. So please make use of all of those new email addresses, and I'll list them on the screen here again as well with some information about them.
And finally, I want to thank you for your continued faithfulness in giving to the church, and also in finding opportunities to give in our community. I want to ask you to continue to be in the work of sharing the gospel. The online participation has grown for our worship services, and that's because you have shared it with your friends, you have sent it to your family, you have invited people to worship with you. And so please continue to do that so that we might spread the hopeful and good news of Jesus Christ in the world.
As long as we're giving thanks, I also want to say thank you to all of our church members and volunteers who have been creating masks. Friends, as we continue to navigate this coronavirus, if you find yourself in need of a mask to wear out in public to go shopping or to doctor's appointments, and you don't have the capacity to purchase or make one yourself, there are a few masks that have been made and are being set out in our gathering space. And here's a little picture of where they are next to the computer screen, right when you walk into the door. And so if you need one, please stop by the church and pick one up to take with you and to have and to keep and to sterilize yourself. Also, next to those masks are the latest editions of the Upper room. If you or a family member or a neighbor has been waiting or is in need of connecting to that devotional, please pick one of those up as well.
God bless you. Everyone stay safe. Stay connected.